Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, I'm going to talk to you all about the Doha Ride of Champions. It's 5:30 in the morning. This is earlier than I've gotten up in months, but my race this morning starts at like 6:45, so I'm gonna get ready and hopefully head out of here by 6 and get ready to bike. Hopefully I'll wake up by then.
The Ride of Champions happens at Ceremonial Court in Education City. It's about a 20-minute drive from the Pearl, but I wanted to get there with plenty of time just in case there was any traffic from all of the COVID-19 checks. This was my second year participating in the race, and again I did the same route as last year and did the short route, which is a 48-kilometer cycling ride, basically out and back to the camel track in Qatar and back to the Ceremonial Court in Education City.
Lovely to see you. Thank you for the cards.
The Ooredoo Ride of Champions is in its 4th year this year. Normally it would be held in March, but because of COVID, they moved it to November, and I was actually quite surprised that it actually went on in November. They did a lot of different COVID-19 precautions, and honestly, I felt really safe throughout the ride.
This year, despite COVID, there were still thousands of people participating, and what they did to kind of cut down on the crowds was had everyone start individually, so there was no mass start this year. You kind of just showed up in your half-an-hour window and could start whenever you got there and were ready. What I like about this ride is it gives you an opportunity to go and cycle in a big group, and that kind of motivates you to do better than you would if you were just going by yourself. They also give you a really neat jersey and a nice little water bottle when you register for the ride, so that is also a nice perk that you get.
At a little over halfway through the race, they have a rest station right after you make the turn to come back, which is a nice welcomed break where they have some bananas for everyone, some granola bars, restrooms. It's a nice place to stop for like 5 minutes and just re-energize before heading out for the second half of the route. The second half of this race always seems to be the hardest. I think it must just be the wind direction this time of year, but the wind is always on your side on the way out, but the second half on the way back tends to be a bit more of a struggle, so you really have to push through to get to the finish line. After just about 2 hours of riding on what turned out to be a really hot November morning, I made it back to Education City and crossed the finish line. Right after you cross the finish line, you get your medal and your food bag. This year, because of COVID, you weren't allowed to sit in the ceremonial court and eat your food. Instead, you had to go back to your car or take it home with you. And that was my experience at the 2020 Ooredoo Ride of Champions. I finished in just over 2 hours, which was about 15 minutes faster than last year, which is surprising to me, but I'll take it.
So yeah, that was my second time doing the Ooredoo Ride of Champions. If you're in Qatar, it's something I definitely highly recommend checking out for next year. I'm sure they'll try and do it again. And even if you're not like a good cycler, even if you don't have a bike, I think they have bike rentals too. There are plenty of different options that you can pick from between just a family ride, like a short 5-kilometer ride. You can do the short route like me if you're kind of new to cycling, or if you're really experienced, you can do the long or the standard route. So there's something for everyone, even kids. There's a kids ride too. So definitely recommend it. I really enjoyed it. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a like below and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more videos about life in Qatar. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.